Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about Unfortunate Love was how Kiran lied against Lakshmi, that it was Lakshmi that caused her accident. Then Neelam asked Rishi to throw Lakshmi out of the house according to his promise that he made, that if Kiran mentioned Lakshmi's name, then he would throw Lakshmi out of the house. So let's continue from there. Lakshmi and Rishi are in the room. They think about Neelam's words that Lakshmi should leave the house. Lakshmi says tomorrow, are we going to get divorced? Rishi says I don't know. Lakshmi asks Rishi to talk to Neelam, and Rishi says he doesn't understand what to do. Lakshmi asks Rishi to go and talk to Neelam that she is innocent. Rishi says mom is believing just Auntie Kiran. Lakshmi asks, do you want divorce from me? Rishi requests Lakshmi not to ask him again and says he doesn't know. And Lakshmi asks that who will answer me then. Virendra says to Neelam that he wants me to let Rishi and Lakshmi's divorce happen, and he asks, who am I? I am Rishi's father, and I will not let his life get ruined. Neelam says Rishi's life will get better if he divorces Lakshmi, and she asks Virendra not to interfere if he wants Rishi's betterment. Virendra says, okay, I will not say anything, then you also should not say anything. Neelam says to Virendra that I am Rishi's mother and I cannot let him stay with that inauspicious girl. Virendra says I am Rishi's father and Rishi will stay with Lakshmi. Lakshmi says to Rishi that you are my identity. Rishi asks if they are children not to understand and says they are all wise and says he doesn't want to answer a question. Rishi tells Lakshmi that Auntie Kiran told everyone directly that the accident happened due to Lakshmi, and she should have told everyone at least that she did not know how the accident happened. But Lakshmi says that Auntie Kiran should have said that I did not do the accident. Rishi asks Lakshmi that what should I do if Auntie Kiran did not say that you did not cause the accident. Lakshmi says I understand now that you don't care about me. Rishi says can't you see that I fight with everyone for you? He says he needs some space and he asks Lakshmi to leave him alone. Malishka calls Rishi on the phone and says she needs his help for Kiran's discharge. Rishi asks where is Sona? Malishka lied that Sona has gone. She emotionally blackmailed Rishi and Rishi agreed to come. Rishi tells Lakshmi that Malishka needs him to take Kiran home and Rishi leaves. Virendra says to Neelam that whatever I do is after a thought. Neelam says even me. She says she will go to the guest room because she doesn't want to hurt him. Virendra says you stay here, I will leave. Neelam says the decision is mine and how can I send my husband away from the room, and says the matter is about my son's life and I cannot be quiet. Rishi and Malishka take Kiran home. Kiran sends Malishka to bring water. Kiran tells Rishi that he respects her a lot and she is sorry that she blamed his wife Lakshmi. Rishi says I was shocked, but I am sure that Lakshmi cannot hurt anyone. Kiran says sorry because he is hurt and Rishi says it is okay. Rishi tells Kiran and Malishka that he would go now. Malishka thinks that if Rishi goes, then what will happen with my plan? She says she is feeling bad and she will feel good if Rishi stays for some time. Rishi says I need to go home because I have headache. He says if I go home and rest, then I will be fine. But Malishka says I will give you tablet so you can feel good. Kiran asks Rishi to take the medicine from Malishka and stay for a while. Malishka asks Rishi to come to her room and have the medicine, and Malishka thinks that she would do as Sonal said. Ayush drops Shalu at home. Shalu asks if brother-in-law will leave her sister tomorrow and if their divorce would happen or not. Ayush says Rishi loves your sister a lot and their divorce will not happen. Shalu owed Ayush's hand and says she wanted to go to her sister, but she did not have the courage to go there. Ayush calls Lakshmi on phone and gives the call to Shalu. Shalu asks Lakshmi to leave all worries on God and it will make everything fine. She says she wanted to come, but she did not come there because she doesn't want to give her any more trouble. Lakshmi tells Shalu that she is fine and she asks her to go home and take care of Bani, and they end the call. Ayush says both sisters have good understanding. Shalu asks Ayush to promise her that he will take care of her sister always, and Ayush says I will be with Lakshmi always. Ayush asks Shalu to promise that she would also be with him always. He then says sorry and says you should promise that you will take care of yourself, and Shalu promised to take care of herself. Ayush says will you take care of Bani and me? Shalu says yes, and Ayush asks her to smile and go. Shalu smiles and says bye and she leaves. Malishka asks Rishi to sit on the bed and says she will bring the medicine. She pours a powder medicine in the water glass. Rishi comes behind her and asks her that what is the tablet. Malishka insists on Rishi to take the medicine and she thinks that the medicine to execute her plan is in the water. Rishi takes the medicine with the water and he leaves some water in the cup. Malishka asks Rishi to finish all the water, but Rishi insists to go to Lakshmi. Malishka says I am alone, but then also I am letting you go to Lakshmi for your happiness, and this is because I love and care about you. Rishi says that he is feeling heavy and sleepy. Malishka says it is good that she gave him medicine. She hugs him and says that she will not let anything happen to him. Rishi says he would call Ayush and he asks Malishka to call Ayush for him. But Malishka makes him fall on her and says, I am really sorry that I have to do this with you. Rishi falls unconscious and Malishka keeps the unconscious Rishi on the bed and she calls Sonal. Sonal talks to Ashish and tells him about threatening Kiran for taking Lakshmi's name. Malishka calls Sonal. Sonal asks if it is good news. Malishka says the work is done and Rishi is on my bed. Sonal says to Malishka that what next? Malishka asks, what are you saying? Sonal says I would inform Lakshmi and we would execute our plan. Malishka says we have not started with our plan yet. Sonal says Lakshmi should know what her husband has done and Malishka says Lakshmi will get mad after this. Sonal says to Malishka that Lakshmi should see Rishi and you on the bed together. Malishka says, what if I get trapped? She says we are about to get trapped due to the accident plan. Sonal says nothing would happen and says all the best and she ends the call. Malishka thinks that what will Lakshmi do after Sonal calls her and she gets happy seeing Rishi on her bed. Lakshmi looks at Rishi and her marriage picture. Sonal calls Lakshmi. Lakshmi picks the call. Sonal pretends as if she called Rishi and she asks if Rishi has gotten to Malishka. She says Malishka was missing you and says when you both are in the room, the same magic and the same touch and feel should happen, and she asks Rishi to forget everything. Sonal pretends and asks Rishi not to think that he is cheating Lakshmi and says you have cheated Malishka by not marrying her. She says I wish you both unite today and says Malishka has done so much for you. Lakshmi is shocked and she says Sonal. Sonal says oh, I thought I called Rishi, and she asks if Rishi's phone is with Lakshmi. Lakshmi says this is my phone. Sonal says my bad and she ends the call. Lakshmi thinks if Malishka is up to something and she thinks to go to Malishka's house. Sonal thinks that I called you intentionally, Lakshmi, and says I hope tonight doesn't end. Lakshmi was about to go to Malishka's house, but Neelam comes there and tells Lakshmi that she is waiting for tomorrow morning because they will get rid of her inauspicious effect and says you are inauspicious and that is why I tell you this always. Neelam says to Lakshmi that your so-called father Virendra went against me. I don't know why he trusts you so much and he doesn't believe me. She says our relationship got distance due to you and says you are inauspicious, but I am truthful in every relationship. Neelam says if anyone wants to do wrong with me, then bad thing would happen with them. Neelam tells Lakshmi that you are trying to separate me from my husband, but my husband and I will never part ways, but you and your husband Rishi will soon part ways. Neelam angrily leaves from there and Lakshmi looks on in shock. This is what I always say, that Rishi is also part of Lakshmi's problem. Because if you can remember at the beginning of this episode, you will see that when they were talking, Lakshmi was trying to get a clarification of why Rishi was suddenly getting angry with her. Then Rishi was telling her that he needs some space, she should leave him alone, you know. Like it has turned to he's being disturbed because of the promise he made to Neelam that he would throw Lakshmi out of the house. Fine, but you said that you need some space and you're feeling headache. Are you supposed to go to Malishka? If you are not there, can't Malishka take her mom to the house from the hospital? And if you have already watched this episode where I tagged as Lakshmi left the Oberой's house again, Rishi and Lakshmi's divorce happened, and Vikrant and Lakshmi's marriage. If you have already watched that episode, it's already on this channel, then you would have known what is going to happen after this. Thank you guys for watching. Bye guys.